Say hey everybody. What's up, Jump Shoot? What's up, Kaylan? What's up, everyone else in the chat? Two of y'all who have not hit the like button quite yet. What's up to y'all? Say hey. Game week 46. Caleb, I literally just I just finished training, and I have like a third of the teams that you do. So, what's up, gang? Jack, hello. So let's see. We got an hour and 7 minutes until lock. And then I am anticipating that we get a playoff announcement um, immediately thereafter. Little birdie telling me that that might be the case. I don't know it's the case, but I think we hear about playoffs today at 2:10. So I will hang out a little longer and break that down if we get the announcement immediately, at lock. But yeah, we'll see. Lublaw, what's up? DJ, hello. Matt, what's up? Jump shoot. Oh, this is just a generic. I don't know if you can see it. Just a generic Cleveland shirt they handed out. There's nothing on the back. Um, I did a little video for the Sorare social account today, and I wanted to be a big, you know, look like I really love it. Gotta wear the jersey. This, that, and the other. Um, Asensio with another assist. That's funny. That's fine. He's dead to me. Um, DJ, yes, playoffs. Play, big space, offs, of course. Jump shoot asking me about Mookie. I don't know, man. I don't have a read on it. I mean, he left the game late yesterday, and I haven't read anything. I can do a quick Google search, but that's as much as I'm going to know. Let's take a look. I have not heard anything regarding the collection bonus. I had actually asked at one point that if they don't have it instituted by the playoffs, like, please don't do it. And I think we're at the point where we should probably not do it. I don't see any news. I just see memes on Mookie. I don't know that scrolling Twitter on YouTube is a good way to keep my account from getting banned, but yeah, I mean, a 3-game set, I don't know that I would. Well, I was going to say I don't know that I would risk it, but like if he plays 2 games and smashes, then, only being a 3-game set, there are less chances of other people playing better. You know what I mean? Like maybe he hobbles into the lineup tomorrow, hits 4 homers, and then all of a sudden he look good. I don't like overselling for like 3 more at bats. But with Mookie, it's different because we don't know if he's gonna play at all. Crutches, like you said, like that ain't a good sign. What's up, Mike? Evo Dreamer says no collection bonus is a joke for the playoffs. I disagree. Like it's gone this far, and they haven't instituted. Like you might think it's a joke. You might think it's a joke that they haven't instituted collection bonus to this point effectively. and that it's not ready for the playoffs might be a joke, but like instituting it at the last minute to fit it in for the playoffs, I think is a bad move. It's a great thing for them to announce if they want a bunch of, market transfers for those. But I mean, if you bought something that's not a thing yet, then I don't understand why it would be like this big affront to you. Like you took that risk. I don't think it's a joke. I think we need to pull back on that. Yeah, right, exactly. I think you're a little biased. The institution, I will allow you to call it a joke. Like the putting it into practice and the way that they rolled it out. That's fine. I'm over it. I'm past it. They did the right thing in rolling it back and reworking it, but I think we really got to pump the brakes on the way that we criticize Sorare. Like the amount of yelling online and people saying things are jokes and people are jokes and like it's too much. And it's like this with any discourse. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking just in general. When you have discourse about things, especially on the internet, people resolve people result to hyperbole about everything, and then that waters down logical arguments. Like then once you see and hear a logical argument, it's just more of the noise. So if you want things to actually be instituted and you actually want to be heard, we need to start speaking with more nuance. I know I'm going off on a tangent based on something you said, Evo. This is not, again, this is not directed at you. This is just kind of a generality with this and just the way that we speak in the world. But when you have a problem and you want it fixed, and the only thing that you can do is communicate, yelling at the top of your lungs and calling everyone a joke, this, that, or the other, like if you just go into the general chat on Sorare, like it's bananas the way that people are talking to each other, and that's the internet. That's fine. But we here at FP, this includes you all, we strive to be a little more thoughtful. And when I say thoughtful, I don't mean like emotional, like, oh, that's very thoughtful of you. I mean like let's think things through and be logical and I practical. Practical is the word that I'm looking for. So we just need to try and do that when we're talking to Sorare. And I'm not saying that because I'm worried about John's feelings or, the new guy, I forget his name, Damien. I am worried about their feelings because they're human beings, and I know at least John, and he's a great guy. But we need to be thoughtful and practical and respectful in the way that we relay this feedback, or else it's just going to be regarded as noise and tossed out. So, just something to think about. Just a tangent to do about nothing, but it's just kind of about the general Sorareverse and, like Jumpshoot said, the community. Mm. I just chugged my water right before I came on, and then now I just ranted for no reason. Okay, I got some questions to answer. Evo, the way that started was asking about the um, the postseason chances for the Rangers. I believe it is under 50% now. There is a way that you can go about looking at this, and I will show you. I think I did it last week, but I'll do it again. Go to Fangraphs, standings, playoff odds. Talking about the Rangers, yeah, a 48% chance to make the postseason. Let's look at the wild card. They're what? They're a half game back. Strength of schedule is technically the easiest among the teams actually in the race here in the top four. I'm not going to rule the Red Sox out completely, but 48% chance to 4% chance. And I imagine that the Rangers play the Mariners I mean, that's a good start right there as a weekend series against the A's. But I imagine they're going to get a shot. Okay, the Blue Jays, a four-gamer against the Blue Jays. This is going to shape the whole race because these are the two teams vying for that last spot. Yeah, and then six of your last nine are against the Mariners, who you can, pass for. Yeah, I mean, the fact that the Rangers play 10 of their last, what, 16 games against teams that they need to pass in the wild card, I would say firmly that the Rangers have their destiny in their own hands, especially because the two teams you're playing, or the two of the three teams you're playing that aren't those teams. Sorry, three, I skipped one. But you're playing the A's, who gave up in April, the Guardians, who are giving up very fast. They have, I think, a 5% chance to make the postseason now, and by the time they play them next weekend, it'll probably be zero. And then the Angels, who, I mean, you're talking the last week of the season, that team is just absolutely gutted. And then if you talk about, will Trout get shut down? Will Ohtani get shut down? So their destiny is in their own hands, for sure. So I wouldn't give up on the Rangers yet. 50% chance by this time next week, when we're doing a live before lock next Friday, I think we'll have a better idea of what the Rangers look like. But yeah, we're getting to the nitty gritty. I will take any team playoff questions as well because I'm enjoying looking at this. I don't follow the standings until like now. I don't even look at them. Like you kind of know, but oh boy, getting swept by the Astros, that hurts. Yeah, they got to bounce back. I'm gonna keep a close eye on that Rangers A's series this week, and then especially like I need the Blue Jays to make the postseason, so I will be rooting for the Jays next week and probably watching every one of those games against the Rangers. So yeah, if you just hopped on, please hit the like button if you could. We got a big discrepancy between people watching and the number of likes. It would be very, very helpful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Bob asks about Garrett Cole. I actually am starting him in my common lineup, but so he is projected. Oh, he is confirmed. There you go. We finally got him confirmed, Bob. Garrett Cole is in. There you go. That makes that very easy. Mike asks about Grayson Rodriguez as a tier 2. Happy or disappointed? If they end up using rookie cards for the collection bonus, then I think you could be happy about it. Grayson Rodriguez, I believe, will be a tier 1 pitcher. So like a tier 2 in the future. I'm talking like Corbin Burns now is what I expect as far as like a Sorare output sort of thing. Yeah. So I want him as a tier 2, I think, at one point as well. I think he's going to be like next level. I think he's going to be an ace for a long time. I think he's that good. Right now, as a tier 2, meh, not great. But he's good. He's been hot. He's been very hot. I shouldn't say that. Right now, he might be a borderline tier 2 pitcher. I know I'm bouncing all over here, but I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah, Garcia going down will hurt Texas. Do I think they'll do something like the NBA playoffs for MLB? Yes. I am anticipating it, yes. Like I said, I believe we will get a playoff announcement at 2:10 today. I believe we will get that today. And yes, I am 99% sure we will get a long-term leaderboard. I don't know how the competitions are going to work, but I can say with 10 out of 10 confidence, 9 out of 10 confidence points that there will be a long-term leaderboard very similar to what happened with MLB, and something I proposed to the Sorare team as well, and I know other people did. Um, was different kinds of rewards than we got for NBA. What I said for NBA was like, it was essentially stuff from Shutterstock or Shutterfly with Sorare logo on it. What we need is like MLB merch. We need, the signed jerseys, the signed balls, signed bats, or just gift cards to the MLB store, the Fanatics MLB store, or something like that. Or, more MLB TV subscriptions for next year, things like that. That's what we need. Will we get those? I don't know, but I am 99.9% sure we will get a long playoff long leaderboard. Yeah. Pitching is rough this week. I would prioritize matchups, and we'll go through the pitching here in a second because that's what I normally do on the show at this point, and I'll run through that. Outfielder for a priority lineup: J-Rod versus Tucker versus Schwarber versus Santander. First, we shall look at the projections. Apologies to my French friends if you thought that was me trying to sound French. It was just a stupid thing that I said. All right. So Santander's our top projecting player out of that group. But Tucker is right there. J-Rod not far behind. So they're all projecting very closely. At this point, I would want to go look at the matchups again. So let's do that. So let's see. Houston's got San Diego. So Tucker is going to face Snell and Hill, two lefties, which he hits lefties well, but Snell's pretty good. So I don't love that. Let's see. Santander is at Boston against Houck, Sale, and Bayo. That's fine. J-Rod has Bradley, Savali, and Eflin. Who am I missing? There's one other. Oh, Schwarber. Oh, Schwarber. Yeah, Santander has been hot. I think that's who I'd go with. If Tucker weren't so cold, I would probably say him. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Santander. But he's a very big boomer bust guy. I didn't even look. Who's Miami throwing? Ugh, that's rough for Schwarber. And I have Schwarber in a lot of my best lineups. All right, I'm gonna run and grab a water really quick because I'm not gonna make it through the show unless I do that. I'll be right back. In the meantime, hang out with us. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button before I go or before I get back. That would be a very cool thing to see because we still got a 2.5x viewership to like ratio. So I'd like to change that. And then we'll go over these pitching matchups and I'll kind of try and pick out some sleepers because yeah, not a ton of projecting well. Be right back. All right. Here we are. Here we are. This chair is a mess. It is so loud. I said I would grab a water. I grabbed a beer. So, okay, we're back. Austin Riley. Yeah, I saw he was sick as well. I started him, but I deprioritized him a little bit. All right. Pitching matchups. So two guys really separate from the rest of the field. It's Kevin Gossman and Logan Webb. So Gossman facing the Royals, Webb facing Colorado. Um, Webb not confirmed, but he's pretty likely. Then our next batch is Tarek Skubal, Andrew Heaney, John Gray, and Lucas Giolito. So, as you can tell, that's not the hottest group of starters you've ever heard, especially Giolito coming off that bomb that he gave up. So, Brewdog, Brewdog brews some damn good beers. Just got to visit Brewdog back in Cleveland when I was home. All right. So yeah, if you have Gossman or Webb, priority lineup. I think you'd lock them in. Let's start from the top. All right. Gallen, Kelly, and Fott against the Cubs. I mean, those are pitchers that I like. Do I love the matchup against the Cubs? Not really. But I would take any of them in a pinch. Yeah, Skubal is a stud. I should not have lumped him in with Haney, Gray, and Giolito. I like Skubal a lot. So yeah, if you have Skubal, I would run him out there as well. These are not the guys that I really care about for Atlanta. We don't even know who's going to start. We think this is how it's going to work out. It's against Pittsburgh, so it's fine. Bradish and Grayson against Boston, I think, are A-OK. Again, Grayson has been great lately. He is confirmed for Sunday, so that's cool. I don't know that I would start any of these guys against Baltimore if I didn't have to. Justin Steele against Arizona. I don't know why he's projecting so low. There's a couple of guys so like Steele's our 15th projected pitcher. I don't understand. Against Arizona, like, go for it. Their offense is not as good as it was months ago. St. Louis's offense has still been good. I have no problem with going with Andrew Abbott, but I wouldn't risk Green. Guardians, I think you're okay with any of these three. Giolito shouldn't be popping the way that he is, but no Ohtani, all of a sudden this murderer's row lineup is yeah. If you're one of the people who have Bybee at this point, kudos. I would really like a Tanner Bybee card, but I've been not buying pitching. As always, you can skip Colorado. Generally, you can skip the White Sox. And I would as well. Neither of those guys, even against Detroit, I wouldn't really want to play them. Skubal against the White Sox is a smash play, despite kind of how I started things. I think he's very solidly the number 3. Hunter Brown could have a good game against San Diego. He's strikeout heavy. It's that San Diego offense is still good on paper. I don't know what their problem is, but they're toast. Yeah, I guess Brown would be in a C tier of the guys that I've mentioned. Thank you all for hitting the like button, by the way. I see that. Yeah, none of those guys against Toronto. Canning is fine against Cleveland, but that's a D tier or maybe a C tier. Bobby Miller. Washington's actually a pretty decent offense. I wouldn't run to go grab Bobby Miller. I'm going to refresh this, see if we got an update on Kershaw. We did not. If Kershaw does start, he looks good. Philly's coming alive. Yuri Perez is still damn good. So is Jesus Luzardo. If I had Yuri Perez, I would play him in a lineup that doesn't have Phillies in it. I think, that's a B. I should really start tiering these out from the top down. I'm going to try that again. All right. B tier, Gallen. B minus to C plus for Fott. Elder, I would say, is a B minus. Bradish and Grayson are B's for me. Steele is a B plus. Abbott's a B minus. Bybee is a B. Allen and Giolito are B minus C plus. Skubal is an A. Brown is a C. Canning is a C minus. Miller is a, I'd say Miller B minus. Kershaw, it's so risky. If he starts, he's a borderline A, but he's not confirmed. Perez is a B. Just don't play him against anyone from Philly. Luzardo is a pretty solid B. I love Corbin Burns. He's a B plus for me, but I could always be wrong. Pablo Lopez, B. Senga, I think Senga's an A against Minnesota. I think he could give up runs, he could not give up runs, but he's probably going to get strikeouts. So I like Senga. I have him below the A plus guys like who would we say? Gaussman and Webb are A pluses. Skubal is probably an A plus, and then I would have Senga right there. Garrett Cole, now that he is confirmed, is an A plus. Stay away from the A's guys. Nola is a B. Don't care about the others. D and below. Snell, I would say, is a C. C to C plus. Kirby is a B minus probably. Webb is an A. The other guys are probably B's against Colorado. F's across the board at Cincinnati. Savali and Eflin, I would probably say, are B to B minus. Seattle's hot, but they're good pitchers. Jordan Montgomery is a B plus to A minus against Oakland for sure. Gray and Haney probably is the same way. Same thing for me. Kikuchi and Barrios, B's. B to B plus against that horrible Kansas City team. And then, as always, Washington has no pitching, and I'm not looking at them. Ryan asks about Luzardo. He is not confirmed. I would go with him over Snell if, like, in a vacuum, if I knew both of them were pitching. But we don't know about Luzardo. And Snell pitches tonight, so I would go Snell, but I don't really love either of those options. All right, Mike wants me to look at his limiteds. I can do that, Mike. What is your gallery name? I'll take a look. I really should have started this stream later, so I could do more playoff stuff. Also, we'll take NBA questions, by the way. It's starting. It's happening. So if you have NBA questions, which jump shoot, I bet you will. Not that you need to ask any questions. You got it on lock, but I'll take NBA questions as well. But yeah, I wish I started a little later. Just a little later. So I don't have to be on for, ooh, what's this? The homepage looks different. This looks different. This is cool. I ain't seen that before. That's cool. Lou Ball thinking about selling J-Rod for buying NBA. Ooh, you could do that. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Marcus asked, "Do I do NBA season-long projections?" Yes, we have season-long projections now that I probably need to update. Um, I don't know that I actually posted them, but I should. I will do that soon, as soon as I think to do it. As a matter of fact, I could do it now if I really wanted to. But yeah. All right, Mike, let's do a quick gallery review on your end. Hey, yeah, I do prioritize Pro, then ALNL, then All Star. Yes. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place right now. Yeah, that's how I do it. I mean, it's dependent on the scarcity, like technically. So here, let me switch over here before I do this gallery review. I do not like dark mode by the way. I'm like the only person in the world who's like not a dark mode person. It drives me nuts. So like, okay. So yeah, at the super rare level, no, I do not prioritize pro the way that it is now. I have a decent enough AL team to where with 56 participants and they have tier ones, a tier one. Like I want to take a run at the tier one because I need tier one super rares. And I know most of the best players are going to be in pro because there are uh, yeah, so like the whales are going to have all their great super rares and super rare pro aside from, the unique. So it's hard to win there. And, they're double the participants. Do I want the ether rewards? Absolutely. That's like been the best thing I've had going for me this year. And then so um in super rare, I am now prioritizing American League, then All Star, then Rare Pro. So so when you consider Super Rare All Star as kind of a rare contest, I go Rare Pro, then Super Rare All Star, depending on what my lineup looks like, and then ALNL, and then Rare All Star. But I prioritize Limited Pro over Rare All Star. So yeah, it depends, but generally yes. Generally, what I'm trying to do is put my best lineups in the best spots. And Rare Pro is where I have you know, my best cards are rare cards, and Rare Pro is where I can get ETH rewards and super rares, which are the two things that I'm focused on. So because my cards aren't good enough to consistently win in Super Rare Pro, I mean, I have two second place finishes, which have been great for the rest of my gallery. But it's basically I'm prioritizing the rewards I can win. So I'm prioritizing ETH rewards and super rares. And then it drops to rares and ETH. So but it's tier 1 cards come right after the, so like tier 1 rares would come after super rares, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're on the same page. All right. Gallery review. Let's see, we got MT wallet. Okay. I have to do this to everybody now. Or I have to look at their soccer cards. Yeah, gold. Monster. USA. That's actually a good picture of him. Wow, Ryo's got long hair now. I had his rare for a minute. Reynoso, nice. Great price. Melly. I can't believe he's only 22. Okay. All right. It's a baseball show. I couldn't even get through all of them. Damn. Okay. Baseball. Scarcity limited. Let's do it. Okay. 3 high-end pitchers, 4 high-end pitchers, 5, 6. All right. You don't need starting pitching. You got enough, and even your second level guys are great. You don't need anything there. You got a couple high-end guys. You got Brash and Robbo, which are great, and then these guys are kind of throwaways as rewards. No surprise. Got Schwarber. Okay, outfields. You got some decent guys. You got some B level guys. You got some good C level guys. Definitely more important than the rest. All right, corner infield a little rough, especially because you want to be using Muncy as a middle infielder. Probably the same for Morel. Casas is nice though. Middle infield, nice. Okay, all right. So Mike, you're really just like you need studs at this point. Like if you're focused on limited and not rare, what do your rares even look like? Gotcha. You got nice prices on these guys. I would sell this Kim unless you're trying to move into rare. Or you could loan it to me. You're not allowed to loan. Not allowed to loan, I think. Oh wait, you have a decent. Those are fine. It's fine. I know this is not what you asked for. You could use some outfielders. Use some corner. Kim's nice. Your rares ain't bad either. For that small gallery. So yeah, you just need some studs, really. I would say middle infield is your strongest position with Bogarts, Rutschman, and Torres. I mean, Grissom and Pena should be good down the years. And again, you have Muncy, so you can play him at the corners. So yeah, I would look to add. I mean, Schwarber's great. I would look to add a stud corner infielder like Rafael Devers, who's very cheap. I haven't run prices in a while, but God, man, Freddie Freeman is cheap. Jose Ramirez is very cheap. Devers is the cheapest of them all, though. And so is Alex Bregman. Bregman is extremely cheap, and he lines up with some of the guys already in your gallery. So Phillies, Cubs. Dansby Swanson would be another guy I would recommend because, you can stack him with Belly. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'd recommend Bregman, Devers. I think it's a nice time to get Trey Turner as well, and Swanson. Those would be my recommendations for you, Mike. Or just get better in rare because limited is becoming more and more competitive as time goes on. You got a nice start. You got a nice little club here. Yeah, the rares are decent. I mean, like I'm not saying you're gonna go out and start beating everybody with them, but like, all right, starting pitching. These are all like C to B tier guys. These are guys who can have good starts. Barrios has been very up and down, but at one point he was one of the better pitchers in baseball for a year or two stretch. Gibson can get outs. Sandoval can get outs. Not big strikeout guys, but they can get you through. Kimbrel is a closer on a good team. He's fine. May is kind of whatever. Cave isn't going to do much. Profar, I think, just got cut. Sanchez is fine. This is a little rough, the corner guys. But, I mean, Kim is very solid. So I wouldn't say that, like, I wouldn't say that it's like a team ready to go out there and dominate or anything, but like you have a good base. It, Having three decent starting pitchers is a good place to start. But like this is a team decent enough to roll out in like an all-star contest, or if it aligns, you could run it out in a National League or American League contest and have some success here or there if everything aligns. But I think you could find some decent rares to pair with these guys. So, yeah, that's that. But yeah, the guys that I recommended, and also if you ever need a follow up, I'm here, and you can ask about more guys. So, yeah, yeah. All right, let's see. We got 25 minutes to lock. Yes, sir. Very good call on Kim. Very good call. I would not have done that, and it's worked out very well. Dr. M, she just won her first. She won her first limited. Um, Won it via Common All Star, as a matter of fact. So she finished 27th and won a Tier 4. And it was funny, the Tier 4 was actually Tyler O'Neill. She doesn't know that yet. But Tyler O'Neill was on one of our flights. We were coming back from vacation, and he was going to. Um, he was coming to Tampa for a rehab assignment. Or no. He was leaving a rehab assignment and he was meeting up with St. Louis in Tampa. That's what it was. And he's on our flight. Yeah, he's a stocky little dude. And I saw him and I was like, that dude looks so familiar. And then we got off the plane and we were waiting for luggage, and this giant baseball bag comes around, and it said O'Neill with a Cardinals logo on it. I was like, oh wow. And then I looked at him and yeah, but it was funny. She won and I was like, it's a guy that you know, but you won't know his name. So, okay. All right. Yes, he is. He's jacked, but he's about 5'8". He's a stocky little dude. Um, Boy, yeah, got to sign the phone. So let's see. NBA. I got I got $86 in my cash wallet and burning a hole. Let's go shopping, shall we? Ideally, I would like a super rare An NL super rare middle infielder. So let's see if we can find any for around 86 bucks. Who's Joey got? Damn, that's not bad. I don't know if he plays every day, but that could work. How much is Jace Peterson playing? Probably not a lot in Arizona. Did he get cut? Did they trade for him and then cut him? No, he's still there. He hasn't played in 4 days. What about Castro? Does he even play? Oh, he's in Philly now. Okay. Yeah, so not a lot of options for me here. Man, Cabert Ruiz, I could buy him right now. He does DH, but he takes an awful lot of days off. He's not very good. Yeah, there's just not a lot here. Not a lot of selling going on in the so rare or the super rare market. And then you got guys like Bryson Stott who are just priced out of their minds. I'd come after these two guys if I had that type of money. This piques my interest. Darno at that low a price, but can't do it. Paul DeYoung? That's the 1 mint, too. That's interesting. I don't want to spend $50 on Paul DeYoung, but I do have a Miles Michaelis that would be in that collection. None of these are good reasons to buy any of these cards, but Smod Taylor ain't going to do anything for me. So yeah, this money's probably going to get spent on soccer, honestly. There's just no one worth buying in the price range that I can afford, and my unexpected stars MLB. Is that what you're asking, Jeff? Ooh, could get Eric Haas. Donovan Solano does play. Yeah, let's just hope I win one. I got you, Mike. Thank you. I do have a lot of questions often. Yeah, I'm not buying any of these guys. I do have a lot of questions often, but like I've generally just stuck to leagues that I know. So I haven't made a whole lot of moves. Thoughts about picking up Robbie Ray? When's he back? That rare price is not going to work, but the limited price does. Andrew, if you can get Robbie Ray for $1, then that's a great long-term play. We don't know how he's going to come back from this surgery, but for $1 for a former Cy Young winner and technically his prime, that's solid. I wouldn't go after the rare for $50, but $1 for the limited, hell yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about making offers myself. But yeah, that's pretty solid. I think that's very smart if you think that, this product stays around long enough for Robbie Ray to get back. I do. Jumpshoot asked if I ever glued my feet to the floor. No, not other than just the way that I was born, not having a tremendous amount of hops. Let's see. Evo asks NBA MVP type player that I would recommend. Those guys are generally all worth picking up. Price wise, I believe my favorite bargain, and I'm air quoting so hard, would be Joel Embiid. Yeah. But price wise, that doesn't really line up. Oh man, I loved Lillard last season. I don't know what he's going to look like this year, but I was all about that. That was great. Let's see. Yeah, I mean it's kind of Embiid by a mile in terms of like early L10. Jaylen Brown's L10 came down quite a bit. I guess you're not really worried about Embiid's L10 if you're. Yeah, okay. Not worried about his L10 if you're looking at him for MVP. Shea was the other one that I really liked. Shea was great for me last year. Paul George is pretty underpriced. Paolo, I like Paolo a lot. Paolo is one of my top limited values. Andrew Wiggins is another guy who like is priced way too low right now. Here, let me actually share what I'm looking at with y'all. Da, da, da. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with PG-13 PT wise, but so yeah, I'm looking here. This is Sorare points per game minus L10. So like Wiggins over the course of the season makes a lot of sense for his price, but early on, I don't know. Well, I guess just from a price perspective makes a lot of sense, but yeah, these guys all stand out. You got some high level guys, you got some low level guys. But Embiid on a 42 is bananas. Embiid on a 42 can be your second, maybe even your third guy. in an MVP or in a champion lineup. Like that's the type of look at, yeah, common champion. All right, yeah. So yeah, let's just say in that lineup you want Jokic as your MVP. Oh, we're not zeroing things out. Oh no. Apparently this is broken. So where I'm not getting an MVP. Hmm. Does this work? No. All right. Well, I can't do what I wanted to do. Let's just calculate it ourselves, huh? Okay. So yeah, say you're playing Jokic, and then Luka on a 51, and you go all the way down to Embiid at a 42. Okay, yeah. So maybe not. Maybe. So we're working on 27 here. I don't know who would actually make sense down this way. Grant Williams is actually really nice to start the year. I don't see a whole lot else. Maybe Ben Simmons. Maybe Eric Gordon. Nah, yeah. Yeah, like Gordon and Grant Williams. Jokic, Doncic, Embiid, Gordon, and Grant Williams is technically a champion lineup that works. If you wanted to move down a little bit from Doncic, maybe you wanted to use Embiid as your top guy. Who else did I mention that I really liked? Shea. Shea's on a 47. Let's say Paolo. I think I have a Paolo. Yeah, Paolo. All right. Not Tyus Jones. So we got 42 left to play with. I think Malachi Flynn is one of my top values early. Oh yeah, jump shoot asks the big question. Oh yeah, Jordan Poole on a 19. How about that? Do I have him? Boom. So I got 23 left to play with here. Tyus Jones makes sense. Gary Trent makes sense. Jacob Pertl. Aaron Gordon. Yeah. This lineup makes sense. Apparently you can't see these guys because it's broken. But yeah, Jokic, Banchero, Embiid, Jordan Poole, and Aaron Gordon is a lineup that you can run out there. But what Jump Shoot said, do you see lineups with rookies dominating the early part of the season or podium spots L10 of 0? The first week, yeah. The first game week, yeah. But the second game week, they'll just have. Oh, no. It will be the first week. Because when that closes, the other one opens. So, yeah. Yeah, I do. If they're good. Like, Wembanyama on a 0, even if he plays poorly, like if he's better than Grant Williams coming off the bench, he's still a value of 10 relative. Like they could score the exact same and you're still getting 10 points out of Wembanyama. Like I don't know what all the rookies are going to end up doing. But yeah. Yeah, it's a weird thing. It benefits Sorare to keep these guys as zeros because it's just going to drive up the price. People are just going to be rushing to fit those zeros in. Like you're going to get the people who know about the mechanic, and they're going to pay up early for the rookies. And then once the people who don't know see how those zeros affect the first game week, you're going to see them buying these players in droves for the second game week. So, I mean, while I think we as players probably think that they should find a different way to handle rookies with their 0L10s, from a Sorare perspective, it makes a lot of sense to keep it that way because that's just going to make them more money. But yes, yeah, I do. I think the rookies with the 0L10s are going to be in most of the winning lineups the first 2 weeks of the season. I think it makes a lot of sense to sell right before the start of the season and punt the first week. I think I might do that, honestly. Like, I might sell in the run up and not play the first week if rookies still have 0L10s, and then I'll just buy back for the rest of the weeks. I'll just make a new lineup for, game week 3 based on rotations we already understand, which we won't going into game 1. I don't know that I want to advocate to everybody to sell their galleries, but like, yeah, if I can sell and make profit in the run up, hell yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and then I just get to restructure my whole gallery. That's sick. If I could, I would like oftentimes just if I could sell it for what it's actually worth, like last 3, I would just sell my gallery every couple of months and then just rebuild. Especially in baseball where I can like seek values. But yeah, we better get an NBA commercial with Nellis. I'm not far from Orlando either. I'll go hang out with Paulo. I'll tell him Duke sucks, but we can hang out. Mask asked about Chet Holmgren. Is Giddey a better pickup due to multiple triple doubles? I don't know that it changes things. I think it just lessens his time on the ball. Like, he might get more assists, but I don't think it moves the needle enough to like run and grab Giddey. I do think collection bonus will be live in NBA for tip off. Yeah, I do. If they have it figured out and ready to roll for MLB, they'll just roll it out, I imagine. For what it's worth, they're talking to people in the community. I know for a fact that they're having conversations with people about NBA right now and are bringing them in to talk about rules, talk about rule changes. They're bringing people in to take a look at the card artwork before it gets distributed. So a lot of the concerns that we've had for a long time about them not utilizing the community, it seems as if they are fixing that. Whether or not certain things get implemented, that remains to be seen. But they are at least reaching out. They are at least talking to the community and listening. There are things that will matter to us that won't matter to them that they can just implement with no problem. There are a lot of things behind the scenes that we don't know. In terms, I can tell you one thing, like the Players Association, the Players Associations of the different leagues do have input on what goes to market and what doesn't. Things like that. Like, there are business ramifications to everything that they do, and that does slow things down a little bit, and that can change things within the product. Does it really change things like collection bonus? No. 3D cards, they do anything for me? No, not really. The card design itself matters more to me than the 2D, 3D thing. Now, if the 3D is on the cards, like if the player pops out, if I turn the card and it's off, that's a little cooler. But like, I liked the action shots. I thought it was so silly the way that people reacted to the action shots last year, acting like they killed the brand. Yeah, some of them were silly. Some of them were kind of cool. Like Donovan Mitchell's was cool. Let's see if we can find it. I have no idea where it'd be, but like Damian Lillard's, he's got to have at least one super rare. Larry asks a good question. There it is. Like that's pretty cool. All right, he's not as square as I thought he was, but like, which card is cooler, that one or that one? This one might be a little corny to some people. I think Paul George had a goofy one. Yes, they weren't action shots, they were posts. I know. I know. I've heard a million people. Yes. The way that they branded it was not exactly what they're. Yeah, see the pose is cool. I think it makes for a better card. But where I was going is that what I want are actual action shots. What I want are actual, like, in-game photographs. Now, I don't know why he's not looking at the camera here. But it's still way cooler than this, in my opinion. And you get to see different tattoos and stuff. But yes, end of the day, they should be doing things where, oh wow, it's right there too. They use this picture. That's funny. At the end of the day, they should be aiming to get actual card art, in-game card art. Very well could be. Could be what they wanted. All right. Are we locked? We're locked. All right. Good luck, everybody. Do we have a communication yet? It does not look like it. So I'll hang out a couple more seconds just to see if we get anything. I wouldn't be shocked, but I got chores to do. So we'll see. Hang out for just a little second longer. I still anticipate it happening today. If it does, maybe I'll hop back on and do a little emergency update. How about that? Anything else I can answer for anybody or any other topics of conversation? While we wait. Emergency streams might be fun for you. Can be a little hectic on my end. Yeah, I guess so. Again, Chaos is fun for you. Chaos can be fun for me. It can be. I'm just waiting for the little dot pop up on the top. Still nothing on Mookie, huh? Ooh. Just got a player of the month, Julio Rodriguez, in MLB The Show. Now that's card art. That's an action shot right there. It's a pretty hot card. Brandon says, I've been on the sell Otani train since his injury report. At this point, are you sell or hold? I've been sell for 2 years. It's like the main thing that I've talked about on this channel. Now his price is kind of caught up with Acuna. As a matter of fact, it's lower than Acuna's currently, it looks like. So I'm closer to hold, but like I don't want Otani to pitch him. He doesn't bring you nearly as much value as a pitcher. I want him as a hitter. So I'm willing to pay commensurate value in that regard. I don't think selling right now is the best thing to do because his price is probably on the way down. Selling low is not exactly a market strategy or a good one. Yeah, like his floor is lower than his last 20 sales. So like you're not the only person thinking that. That said, like you can still get $500 for him and go out and buy. You can still go get Mookie and Matt Olson or Mookie and Freeman or very close to Judge and Tatis, like, or just sell them and get Acuna. But yeah, I've been saying sell for 2 years on Otani because his price is just too high. All right, I don't think we're getting an update, so I am going to hop out of here. I do think we'll get one today, and if I'm around, I'll do something. If not, maybe I'll do it tomorrow morning or whatever. But yeah, thank y'all for hopping on with me. I'm going to get out of here, and I will talk to y'all Monday, if not before then. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Patreon.com/SorareFP, SorareFP app, all of that basketball. We are working on NBA. We are working on NBA in the app. I have a version of the app that has NBA in it. So if you're an NBA player, you're still around. If you use the app for baseball, we're going to have it for NBA as well. So, yeah. And I'm working on coding an optimizer for it so you can make those lineups quick, as we all have to do when we get the point guard ruled out at 5:59. So, all right, that'll do it. We are talking basketball. More basketball talk soon, but we're still riding out this baseball stuff. All right, folks. Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. See ya.